Lesson 4. This lesson will show the user how to create a table of values for the 2019 Massachusetts population by counties. Then using these values in Excel, find the sum, average, median, Q1, Q3, and standard deviation, both sample and population. Here is our table. There are 14 counties in the state of Massachusetts, and these are their populations according to the U.S. Census for 2019. We will be using these throughout our lesson. I have opened up an Excel spreadsheet, and here I've listed all the counties and their populations. So I think one of the first things I'd like to do is find the total population. So go to D5, and what I also did is I went to the font size. Now the font size is right here on the left side of the ribbon. You can do a variety. I mean, you can make it very, very small with 9 point, and you might be able to read it, but what I think the best solution would be to make it 16. And not only that one, I'll show you what it looks like by typing the word total population. I want to take everything and highlight from D5 down to E16. So these two columns, D5 to E16. And I want them all to be 16 point. So once again, all I did was go up here, I highlighted it, came over and did 16 point. So if you notice, total population doesn't completely fit into the column. The quick way of doing this, go up to D and E, and click the line in between, click it twice, and it will very quickly auto-fit whatever characters you need in that column. So now over to total population in E5. Go to the top of the screen, the ribbon, all the way to the right-hand side, you'll see Auto Sum. Click Sum, and now it's asking you which array. We want to highlight B4 through B17. Once you do that, just hit Enter. And it should say 6,902,149. I now want to figure out the average. So I type the word average in D6, highlight E6, go over to Auto Sum. There's the word average, and the array is from B4 down to B17. Then hit Enter. We want to find the median. Remember, it's the middle number. Well, since there's 14 counties, you know you have to put these in numeric order from smallest to largest, and then average the two middle numbers. Well, with this, Excel's going to do it for you without putting in numeric order. So go over to E7. We want the median. Go over to Auto Sum. And you don't see it, but if you hit More Functions, you'll see the gray area there. So you want to type the word median. Hit Go, and it brings you right to it. In blue, it's highlighted, so just hit OK. And it's asking you for the array. So go back, highlight B4 through B17, and just hit enter, and there's the median. Notice these numbers are probably very, very close, the average and the median. There's only like 1,200 between the two of them. So this is pretty good. Our next one, we'd like to figure out what the minimum county is for population. And as you scan your array, you'll see that it's Nantucket. So in D8, I'm typing in minimum. In E8, I'm going to go over to auto sum and just click min and go back and highlight the array and hit enter. The next thing that I'd like to find is the maximum, and you can see that it's Middlesex County. So maximum, this will be an E9. Come over to auto sum, and there's max. Highlight the array, hit enter. All right, so now we want to go Q1. Go over to auto sum, more functions. In the gray area, just type in the word quartile. And you hit go, and it brings you right to it. It highlights it in blue. Now, this is a two-step process. It's asking for the array of values. So you highlight from B4 to B17, hit enter. And if you notice, it's asking, we got a problem. So we'll do it again. Go over to auto sum, more functions, and you'll see that the array is already there, but it's asking, what quartile do you want? So I want the first one. So I hit 1, and then OK, and there it is. Q3, same process. Go over to auto sum, and because we just use this function in blue, you'll see that it's still highlighted. So you just want to say OK on this. It's asking us for the array again, so you want to go from B4 to B17, and it's already highlighted there. And now under the quartile, I want number 3. Hit OK, and there's your value. Remember, if you make an error, you can always go back and correct it. It's not, it's not chiseled in stone over here. So don't be afraid if you make a mistake or it's not doing what you want. You'll be fine. There's that help function at the top of the screen. So you can just hit that, and you got a friend for life there. All right, so we have Q1, Q3. Standard deviation. Instead of creating that horrendous table, we're just going to type standard deviation. And the first one we want to do is for the sample. Now remember what I said. We can open this up by going in between D and E. There's that column line. And just hit it twice, and look what happened. It increased the size of the column for you. So let's calculate the standard deviation for the sample. Once again, come over to AutoSum, More Functions. In the gray, you want to type standard deviation. And if you hit go, it's going to bring you to confidence intervals, and everything else. But you want to scroll down. And you'll see stdev.p or stdev.s. We want this one. This is for the sample standard deviation. Hit OK. It's asking you for the array. So come over, highlight number 4 through B4 through B17, and you're good to go. Hit OK, and that will be the standard deviation. Standard deviation for the population. Once again, if you come over here in between the D and the E and click it twice, it will come out and give you that. So go to AutoSum, More Functions, and remember standard deviation. Type it in the gray area. Hit go, and it's going to bring you back to that. So just scroll down and you'll see standard deviation P. Click that, open it, go over and click the array from B4 to B17 and just hit OK or enter, and that would be the standard deviation for the population. Remember, anything you do, you can correct. It's not engraved, it's not set in stone. You can do whatever you need to do. Anyway, until the next time, take care.